Hello everybody. So tonight we are making an easy chicken dinner on the Blackstone. So this is going to be a super easy dish, weeknight meal for sure. You can make enough to last for 2 or 3 days, no problem. Not too many ingredients. Most of the ingredients you probably already have in your fridge right now. And we're going to slap this thing together. I don't know if you noticed, but we try to make things easy here on the channel. You know, nothing too complicated. That's what I love about the Blackstone. You can slap stuff together, but it's going to taste real good, trust me. So if you're new to the channel, I want to thank you for stopping by. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and ring that notification bell. And if you're a current subscriber, I want to thank you for all the support. We're still growing very fast. And I love all the comments, the suggestions, the tips, the compliments, criticisms, whatever. Throw them my way. I love them all. So with that being said, let's get cooking. All right, so we got some boneless, skinless chicken breasts that we're basically going to butterfly here. Just want to grab it, the thickest part, I guess, on its side, and slice it right down the middle as best you can. It does not have to be perfect, but you want to try to get them equal parts, I guess. That's what they look like right there. And then you want to trim a little bit of fat, whatever little fat you can find on there, trim it off. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you don't want fat on there, so just try to trim off as much as you can. That's kind of what you want it to look like. And today we're using Badia Sazon Tropical, which is awesome. I love it. And you want to season both sides sparingly. I did this about a half an hour before these went on the Blackstone. So really no need for an overnight marinade, overnight seasoning. It's just one side, flip them, other side, season them nice and evenly. That's it, half an hour before. And that's what they look like. So beautiful, nice little fillets. We trim the fat. They look great, and they're going to cook up real quick. We've got some russet potatoes here. 3 of them. Don't need to peel them. You just want to slice these up in about a 1/4 inch sizes, I would say. That's about where you want to be, right there. Looks nice. I'm not calling them au gratin potatoes because they're not. They're just basically sliced potatoes that we're going to fry up on the Blackstone and put some nice seasonings. And then we've got some asparagus right there. They look beautiful. Look at how nice they look. Just want to take them out of the bag. You want to get that hard part off the edge there, that purple white part right there. About 2 inches, I guess, from the edge right there. Just kind of want to eyeball that. But anything past green is going to be chewy and hard. So you want to get rid of that. Which we do right there. Boom. And that's what it looks like. Beautiful. Man, nice looking asparagus, let me tell you. And that's it. It's a real simple prep for this easy chicken dinner meal. We got the Blackstone heated up. We got some avocado oil down there. Spread it out. Don't worry about using too much oil because, again, this Blackstone, the way it's designed, the center is like concave, and so the oil drips either to the front or the back, whichever way you have it tilted. So that's it. You want to spread out your potato slices. Right now I've got it on about medium heat. I would say medium-low heat. And basically it's real simple. Spread them out. You're going to add salt. Just nice and even over all of them. Pepper, nice and even, same thing. We're going to add some paprika. And again, nice and even. It's going to give it some nice color, as well as the flavor. Again, we're going for easy here, so garlic salt. And then also some onion powder. So again, nothing in advance. This is just stuff that's already pre-made and the spices, and you're just slapping them on. Okay, you want to make sure the potatoes are nice and seasoned though, because that makes a huge difference. If you don't really season your potatoes very well, they come out kind of bland. And then you want to put a little oil on top as well, just because you when we flip these over, they need to have oil on the other side as well. If that makes sense. So that's why we did that. And then we kind of speeded up the process. So we cook them for about 3 or 4 minutes on the first side. Flip them another 3 or 4 minutes on the second side, and then on the second side after you flip them, same thing: salt, pepper, paprika, the onion powder, as well as the garlic salt. And then add a little bit more oil, and that's going to help these cook up. And that's it. Here's a little bit of close-up. So this is after like 6 or 7 minutes, flipping them, 3 to 4 minutes on each side, 3 to 3.5 minutes on each side. See how nice and brown and crispy and beautiful they look? They look great, but they're not cooked 100%. They're hard in the middle. So right now they look great, but they don't taste great. So what we do is I'll give you a little close-up of what they look like. Look how nice and beautiful that looks. But if you bit into it, you might break a tooth. It's not cooked all the way through. So here's where you want to pile them up into a nice little rectangular, oval, whatever you want to call it, shaped pile. I put them on the right side. We're going to turn down our burner on the right side because we're not going to flip them anymore at this point. At this point, we are going to cover them and we're going to steam them with the grill dome. So we get them on the right side, turn it down a little bit on the right side. Here we go, some water, steam them up, cover them with the grill dome, and just let them sit. They're going to sit there for another, I'd say 3 or 4 minutes before we check them again, and just let them finish cooking on the inside. The outside looks beautiful. The spices are there. Everything is great. We just need to finish them off on the inside. Now on our left side, we put a little bit more avocado oil down. And then we add some butter for some flavor. And we are going to cook our asparagus, which again, super simple. You put the avocado oil down so the butter doesn't burn. You put the butter down for the flavor, and you just spread out your asparagus stalks right there. Try to get them as even as you can. You want them all touching the cooking surface. So use your tongs. It gets hot, and then spread them out and make them look nice and even. And man, they look beautiful right there. And that's it. And we're going to season these. Oh, let's check on our potatoes. So I check them with the fork just to see where they're at. You can check the bottoms. They're not burning. They look beautiful. At this point, they still need a few more minutes. So again, this is a trial and error thing that you have to do. But you don't want to do peekaboo cooking. So as long as it's turned down, you're fine. Just put some more water in there. Cover them up. And I did not show, but I did salt and pepper the asparagus. Very important. Make sure you put salt and pepper on the asparagus because you want those to be flavorful as well. That's it. That's all you use, salt and pepper. Spin them around just to kind of see where they're at. Make sure they're not, getting too dark. And that's it. They're pretty much done. The potatoes are done. Now we're going to add some Kobe Jack cheese on top of these potatoes. And yeah, a couple clumpfuls of cheese. You know me and my cheese, I like it. Cheese is definitely good. And I like Kobe Jack. It's really good for melting on top of stuff, especially potatoes. So that's it. Just sprinkle it nice and liberally. And then you want to cover it with that grill dome. No need for steam at this point. We're just going to cover it for about a minute, minute and a half, and that will melt that cheese. The asparagus is looking beautiful. Give you a little close-up. Look how nice that looks. It's got a little char and a couple little spots there. And we really didn't do much to the asparagus except move it around a little bit as it was cooking. That's it. Salt, pepper, move it around a little bit. Super easy. And the the cheese is melted. The asparagus looks amazing. Look at the char marks down there. Look at the cheese melted on the potatoes. Oh, side dishes are done. Absolutely beautiful. So we take these off, we stick them in Tupperware, and we cover them, and they wait for our chicken, which is the easiest part of it all. Chicken's, seasoned for a half an hour before. We put them down on the griddle, medium heat, and these are the easiest part. You're just going to flip them once, and then cover them to finish cooking the inside, and that's it. Super easy. So we put them down. We let them sit there for about 3 minutes, and after about 3 minutes, we're going to flip them to the other side, and you can see it's getting a little bit brown on the bottom there. Not too much, but just definitely getting some searing there, which is nice. That's it. We flip them over. Kind of the same thing with potatoes. We're gonna make these outsides look beautiful, and then we'll finish the insides with them covered under the grill dome. So there we go. After another 3 minutes, now we're at 6 minutes. We flip them over, and you can see the color is looking beautiful, but they are not quite finished. So a little bit of a close-up. Put a little bit more oil on the top there. It's not going to hurt them. And at this point, we are going to move them together and put that grill dome over the top just for another minute or two, just to make sure the inside is cooked. So the way to tell if you don't have a thermometer to check the temperature, the way to check is just to press down on the top, kind of like a steak. And if it's really firm, that means it's well overdone. If it's loose, that means it's raw. If it's somewhere in the middle, that means it's pretty much almost done. So you kind of want to be almost in the middle to a firm to make sure it's done. And you can tell over time after checking. But man, they look beautiful. And we are ready to eat. So let's go inside and check them out. Whoo-wee! Man, look at this beautiful chicken dinner. Winter chicken dinner. I mean, come on. Look how beautiful that is. You can whip this up in no time. I don't want to hear excuses. I don't want to hear it's Christmas week, which it is. Everybody hope you all have a good holiday. But this is something you can slap together in no time on the Blackstone. Everything was cooked on the Blackstone. Not too many ingredients. Our chicken we season with that Tropical Sazon, but you can use any kind of seasoning you want. I literally did it a half an hour before I put them down on the Blackstone. The potatoes, whatever you want. I use salt, pepper, some onion powder, some garlic salt, and that's pretty much it. Some cheese on top, and then the asparagus, salt and pepper, no big deal. So I have to dig in. It looks so beautiful. All right, here we go. Let's try the chicken first, of course, because it is chicken. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Perfectly cooked. I mean, it does not get any better than that. Look how juicy that is. Oh my God. That is so juicy. Outstanding. Dig into these potatoes. Oh, look at the color. That cheese on top. Oh. That is ridiculous. Look at that. Look at the color on that thing. Are you kidding me? Wow. Easiest dinner I've ever made, and it is so tasty. All right, let me try some asparagus. I love asparagus. Look at the coloring of the char from the Blackstone. Perfect. Not soggy at all. Nice little crispiness to it. The caramelization gives it a nice flavor. Wow. That is a meal right there. Easy meal. Everybody, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, and we'll keep on cooking. Big Cat out.